Hey guys, Sandy here, and welcome back to Off the Board. Now, this is a series that was started by my friend Crystal over at Pineapple Papers. She is doing this every single day for the month of July 2020, and I am joining her on Wednesdays. So this is the Pinterest pen that I am getting off my board and am going to use. There's some mixed media, kind of a stencil-y effect with some musical lyrics and song and all that. So what I'm going to do is I pulled out this stencil so that I can have words in my background, and then we'll go from there. Let's see what I can do. Alrighty, so the first thing I do is grab some charcoal ink from Close to My Heart and my one life-changing brush from Picket Fence Studios. Now, we were at a retreat, and my friend Christina and I actually split a 2-pack of the life-changing brushes. Neither one of us really thought our lives had been changed. And it's really the first time I've used it for a significant amount of ink, so much that the ink has actually stained the bristles. So there is that. I am just going over this to really get a nice dark charcoal color through my stencil. This is an older stencil. It's got lots of like love and togetherness words on it. I could not tell you what they say. There was one point in my scrappy life that I actually figured out what they said, but now I don't. This heart with the little scallops around the edge is actually a Sizzix die. It is one of the huge dies, and it is the only Sizzix huge die that I own. I got it on a ridiculous sale somewhere, and I mean ridiculous, like it was like $2 or something. And I don't have the huge Sizzix to run this through. What I do have is the old Fiskars Fuse. I think that's what it is. I think it's called the Fiskars Fuse. Their big die cut machine. They tried to launch, I guess, into the die cutting world, and they did embossing and dies and things like that. I got it because I thought, at one point I was in love with all things Fiskars. Let's face it, I was a Fiskateer. But I keep that machine for this one die. And that might sound excessive and that might sound ridiculous, but I love the die, and I'm sure I could probably, make it as a digital cut file or whatever, but I love the die. And, it's a big honkin' machine, so if I ever come across big dies again, it'll work. I'm good with it. Anyway, I am using my Brutus Monroe Velveteen Glazes, and I'm using them in the blues, the greens, and the purple colors. I am kind of sticking with those colors because of the Squishable and what colors they are. This is one of those very, very, very rare times that I actually get some color inspiration from my photos. Most of the time, I just do whatever I want. So there is that. But I am enjoying using the Velveteen Glazes. You see me lean off to the side a lot, and what I'm doing is I have a art journal, and I'm just putting the extra Velveteen Glaze off of my palette knife straight onto my art journal, so it'll be the start of some sort of background in there. I don't really have a thought process or anything kind of picked out of my head other than these colors are also as a background now in my art journal. I am going to circle around the heart. Now, if I was truly concerned with having the same amount of color all the way around and to have my pattern absolutely complete, I could have mathed it out, but I did not math it out, and I just kind of went with it. So I do kind of fudge it over here at the end. But you don't really notice it once the layout is complete. You're not going to look and be like, oh, Sandy, you messed that up. And if you do, hey, more power to you. But I don't see it, and I'm the one that created it, and I'm the one that knows it's there. So, I'm good with it. And that's all we're going to say about that. Now, I do want to mention that The Velveteen Glazes from Brutus Monroe do go on very shiny and they are very beautiful. However, they do dry to a matte finish, which is really awesome. It's almost like a super hard flock feel to it. I am a fan of the glazes in Brutus Monroe. I think you guys know that by now. Even before I became a member of the design team, I have been in love with the Brutus Monroe glazes. First it was the Glitter Glaze, and then out came the Chroma Glazes, and now we have the Velveteen Glazes, and oh my heavens. And you guys, there's metallic Chroma Glazes now. I'm super excited about that. I have one of the metallic Chroma Glazes for my 2,500 subscriber giveaway. I'm just waiting for a couple more products to come in that I ordered for that giveaway, and then that'll be up on the channel. So there we go. Now we have the heart all the way through there, and I did let it dry. And then I have my two photos. This is me with Flying Cow, and then the other one is Flying Cow and Toto Mellow. And these are Squishamallows, and we love the Squishes in our house. We just really do. I do have a little collection, and Lana has an even larger collection. I have Flying Cow, and I also have Hail Hydra, which is an octopus. And that stems from the Marvel Universe with Hydra and the octopus symbol on it. So anyway, it's what I call octopus. Octopi? Octopi. I think it's octopi. Call them Hail Hydras. Anyway, so yes, I do realize that my Flying Cow is actually a dragon, but you know what? He is a Flying Cow. And Toto Mellow is over here, and he is a purple owl. And we call him Toto Mellow because he looks like a Totoro. And he is a Squishmallow, so he's a Toto Mellow. Anyway, that's what we came up with. So here is some black glitter tape, and I'm just going to put this down here as basically a shelf across my heart. And I have this little bit of green glitter tape as well, and I'm going to overlap it here. So yes, that is a lot of glitter tape, and you might be like, whoa, and I am a little like, whoa, but I like it. So you know what, do what you like. I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing right now. While I was creating this layout, Lana and I were watching some television, and we were also chatting, so it could have been anything. We do watch a lot of shows kind of on like a Netflix situation, and we wrapped up 3 shows over the past week or so, and we are just kind of like, huh. So we wrapped up Supernatural, which is not truly wrapped up because they paused for COVID, and they are going to be actually doing their final episodes. We wrapped up iZombie, and we also wrapped up The Good Place. So yeah, looking for new shows because we're wrapping them up. So I just put the 2 photos down over top of the heart. I did use the Brutus Monroe Watercolor Galaxy papers to do that, and they are 6x6 papers. I love using 6x6 papers to mat my photos. What I do is just trim down my photo ever so slightly, because you know what, you guys, that 1/4 of an inch isn't gonna matter. Like it's just not gonna matter. And if your photo has something on it that you can't trim that 1/4 of an inch off, you just don't use a 6x6 paper. It's that easy. I do pop a doily in there because I was feeling like I needed a little bit of something in the center here. And then I have this almost like a vellum-y glassine type bag, and I'm going to glue that down as well. And the only reason why I am using liquid glue so much right now is because I am lazy. Both of my ATGs ran out, and I didn't feel like stopping my process and going and walking the 6 feet to get to the ATG place where I have my adhesive, and I just didn't feel like doing it, so I used the wet glue. I do pull out these foam stickers, and I think they're from Jelly Bean Soup, and I pull out these Pretty Little Studio tile stickers, and then I'm also going to pull out some really old Freckled Fawn foam stickers, and I mean old, you guys, like super old, back before they even had the plastic pouches. Dang, what did they have before the plastic pouches? I had a whole bunch of them. I don't even remember what they were, but there was something before the plastic pouches. If you guys remember what it was it a 10? I feel like it was a 10. If you remember what it was, that's really poor grammar, but whatever. If you remember what the thing was that held the Freckled Fawn embellishment kits before the pouches, will you put it in the comments down below, because my mind is blanking right now and it's really annoying me. I did not have a letter I, so I went ahead and cut off the bits off of another letter so that I ended up with an I. So I have Squishes Make Me Smile. I do grab some Bluebird ink from Close to My Heart, and I'm just going to use an ink dauber to add some ink to the word smile and also to the hearts. And I'm just trying to get a little bit more differentiation between the word and the background. It does look very busy right now, but in person you can see it. And then I just decided to take that blue ink and kind of fill in all of the white space where the gray letters are. So it's not like a hefty amount of blue ink. It's just a little kiss of blue ink. And then these Love from Lizzie sparkly enamel dots. I am in love with them lately. It feels like every layout I'm making, it's the perfect color for that layout. So I imagine that these bad boys are going to go real quick. So I just put the little dots in 3 different places, and then I'm going to grab my pen, and this is a Muji pen in .38. Love the Muji pen, and I'm just writing down a little bit of journaling about Flying Cow and Toto Mellow and how much we love the Squishes around here. And then I'm going to put the date down as well over on the right hand side of the page. So this is what I came up with for my Pinspiration for Off the Board. Please make sure that you go check out Crystal's channel. She is Pineapple Papers here on YouTube. She is the creator of the Off the Board series, and she is doing a Pinterest inspired video every single day this month. So make sure you go over and check her out. I will also have links down below for everyone who is playing with Off the Board today. And I will see you guys again real soon for another video.